It's a final countdown! Yes, I'm fucking doing it! Fucking doing it!
It had to happen. Every time we have you on board, it's always got... It's like a rite of passage.
Exactly.
It's always finding and countdowning with you.
I will be there for the... end of,
The channel.
I will be there for the end of, It Takes Two, just to chant that for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I was about to say, like, if it's not that, it's usually something about tostadas.
Yeah, that was also too. So, with that said...
It's been a while since I brought up the Mexican toast.
So that said, welcome everybody to, honestly, unfortunately, one of our least favorite levels in the game.
I mean, even then, it's like the level in of itself isn't even that long.
God,
It's
yes.
just
Oh, motherfucker.
dangerous.
It's very dangerous, and bear in mind, that's your like, all right, Sonny, get ready for a boss.
Get ready for a scrap. Oh, thank you.
Again, it at least helps the fact that there's literally no point to money. We are we're so rich we do not fear death anymore.
That being said, though, let's just say that with co-op especially, this final segment of the game gets a lot harder.
Because the platforms only really follow. Hang on. Nope. Because the platforms only really follow the first person. Whatever.
Oh, that's the gold.
Go
No! Well,
right,
that just happened.
All right then, onwards, my friend. Oh my gosh, because it usually only follows the one person, and again, tight platforming. Again, Yacht Club games. I would love this so much more if we both could stay on the same platform at the same time and not have to worry about inhibiting or blocking anyone's movement. But at this point, we decided
you guys changed color.
Yeah, we decided to go back to our regular colors. The gaudy stuff was only fun for a little while.
Go back to our roots.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell who was who.
And now you.
But that being said, the hardest part of this level isn't even just the preamble level itself. It's actually the boss. It's pretty much our fated duel with the Enchantress.
Because to be fair, she's the final boss.
Okay.
And does she mean it?
Hello.
Oh.
It's a beautiful night, isn't it?
Shield Knight, come with me. Let us leave this place.
Shield Knight?
How pitiful. Clinging to false hope, chasing ghosts.
Oh.
So have you come to slay me, knight? To avenge your beloved? Gaze into my eyes. See how fearful I am. Watch me cower as you draw your blade.
I don't need a blade to fight evil. Shield Knight, I know you aren't lost forever.
You haven't the slightest hope of defeating me, but I won't stop you from trying. So please, let us dance together into the abyss!
Alright, fight time. So, first and foremost, the only platform we have throughout this entire level are soft blocks. So be careful of how much you go, doing your aerial strike. Secondly, Enchantress loves to go flying around like a hawk.
Yep, and has her own abilities that can destroy these platforms. And she will only begin to try to recreate more platforms for you after a substantial number of them have already been dead. And as you saw there, I tried to lead her attack in the most unhelpful way possible because it'll only create blocks wherever. You get that. You get the idea.
I want to say while she's down there, it is possible to attack her with the anchor item, but otherwise, it's honestly not recommended. It's better to just do all your offensive when she's above ground.
So with the power of editing.
Oh boy. For some reason, I was half expecting you to say instead of the anchor, it was possible while she's down there to attack her with the fishing rod.
Oh, that would have been so beautiful, but alas, I think she's moving around way too erratically for that to be effective.
Oh well.
Yeah, unfortunately. I guess I'll ask to James and to Matt since they played it so far. Again, hopefully not digging into spoilers since I know that again we do have those other campaigns in our plan still. Out of the 4 campaigns, which do you think has the best final boss?
Best final boss? To be perfectly honest, I'd still say Shovel Knight's more or less holds up.
Yeah.
The best.
I'd say I really do enjoy the other final bosses. I actually haven't seen much of King Knights, I will admit. But
King Knights, I don't remember being too much different, though.
How
I
the-
think Enchantress does change up her tactic. Or I don't think you can invite the Enchantress in that one.
Yeah,
Though, it's been a while, so I could be wrong.
I will say that I really do enjoy that the final boss in Spectre Knight's campaign is actually so different from the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
And just like that, the Enchantress is down.
Damn.
In particular,
And behold,
the corruption is now
Wait,
has
wait.
now been vanquished.
And meanwhile, Black Knight in the distance.
Mine!
Wait a minute. Wait. Meanwhile, Black Knight in the distance. You mean I could have hit them?
Ow!
You caught me.
I hear you there, Matt.
If only I had known, I would have come sooner.
You
I'm
knew I
sorry,
was still
James.
there, even though it seemed hopeless. You never gave up on me.
I'm sorry,
You
am
gotta,
I
like-
interrupting something right now?
I will never give up on you. I will follow you to the end of the world.
Ah!
It appears that maybe you have.
How so?
What's happening?
Oh no. When the amulet shattered, the magic within it was released. It's already gathering. It will escape and wreak havoc onto everything.
Unless we stop it.
Unless you stop it. If we can destroy it for good, here and now.
Yay!
But we're both weak from battle.
And me too.
Henry.
I've never been more ready. Come on, Shovel Knight. Let's fight together like old times. Now, stay close to me.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hardest part of the entire campaign.
I guess you would call it the evil magic or the corruption itself.
Pretty much. So, first and foremost, the corruption itself is going to launch these rotating spheres that are a little tricky to dodge. But Shield Knight will also aid you by using her shield as a footstool for you.
Yep. That's what we're mainly attempting to take care of here.
And, notice how much health she has at this point.
Dang.
Yeah, because I think this is again one of those bosses where, on its own, it shouldn't normally be too hard, but just considering how much longer the War of Attrition has to last, this boss really becomes a pain.
Yeah. Also, there is something. The more you do, if you're able to get a good number of hits on her while Shield Knight's hovering like that, she does do the little. Especially when you're bouncing like that, she will forcibly move to the side after a point. Though, say if you were smart with your dagger abilities, you could circumvent that.
Oh boy.
I missed up a jump.
So let's just say it took a while.
Thank you.
6 hours?
Six
No,
or so
6
attempts.
attempts.
Oh, sorry. I'm so tired.
Good lord,
I couldn't tell what it said.
Be honest, each attempt did take an hour, didn't it?
No.
I mean, boy, it sure felt like it.
Yeah, I will say this, people. Fun fact: while we're finishing this series, I have the most massive of fucking headaches. So yeah.
I know them feels. It always lasts the entire day.
Yes, it will.
It's like waking up on the wrong side of the bed.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, you pretty much get the majority of what this fight entails. It's like, again, you pretty much got to avoid her projectiles, wait for Shield Knight to raise her shield up for you to aerial strike on, so you can reach her, and then lather, rinse, repeat.
It's intended to feel like a victory lap.
It's totally intended to feel that way, but they decided to actually make it an actual second phase.
Right, but again, in case anyone's curious, I do believe that your checkpoint does respawn you at this boss. If you
I
die.
want to say it does. I could be wrong on that though. Again, it's been a while since I edited all this down, so I don't even remember.
I suppose I will ask. Hello. What are you guys' thoughts? Like, do you think Shield Knight and Shovel Knight were an old fling? Were they like just very good friends and companions, or?
I kind of see it. Oh boy. I kind of see it along the lines of, like, say, Thor and Sif, in that, like, yeah, they're comrades, they're close friends, depending on the iteration, lovers, but I assume that regardless, they do still have, like, very strong feelings for each other.
I'm definitely on the same boat.
I believe in you. He's
Goodbye.
using
I
the
got
dagger.
this.
He's
I
using
got
the
this.
dagger. Oh, that's cool. And now I shall join in to save the fight.
Yay!
By the way, plot twist, you never existed. What?
Wait, what?
It's over, Shovel Knight. This place is falling apart. We have to get out of here.
He's just fucking gone!
Yeah, he disappeared. Oh! Get wrecked. Shield Knight!
Black Knight, thank goodness you're here. Shovel Knight is wounded. Take him and get outside.
No! I can't leave you behind! How will you escape?
This magic is too strong. Can't hold out much longer.
Run! You can't deflect it! It will tear you apart!
I'm so happy I got to see you both one last time.
Shield Knight!
Go! Take Shovel Knight! Save him! Promise me you'll save him!
And so, he saved him, while Shield Knight deflects one last magic shot that not only fades the screen to black, it also tears down the entire freaking tower.
A rumble felt across the realm.
And we all watch as Castlevania once again falls to the abyss.
Fading into memory once more. And hooray!
They did it!
One frog doesn't like that, though.
I lost a bet.
And so,
yeah.
all's well in the kingdom.
And that's kind of, yeah, now we have our little character gallery for the credits themselves. Just scrub all the floors and...
Meanwhile, the Troll King's got a new associate.
Look at them all!
All hail!
Oh, it's just so fun. Yeah, the world, this is a very charming game.
Yeah.
Absolutely charming, and I mean, this is only just the beginning.
I mean, yeah, oh my gosh, true. Matt, you gotta get into the captain's seat next.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Meanwhile, Spectre Knight's the life of the party.
Ah! Yes. Meanwhile, in the Treasure Knight Bay. What's going on?
Everyone's taking all their hard-earned gold back.
Thanks for the taxes.
Capitalism blows.
Dude.
Here's your compensation.
Meanwhile, at the Explodatorium,
Plague Knight is doing something weird.
he's just back to his good. He's just back to his good old shenanigans.
Oh, he's taking a potion class with the Monster Man and the other person.
And now he turns him into another magicist.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Mind you, this was before Plague of Shadows was
Of
released.
course. Ah, fair.
Are you saying Plague Knight wants a girlfriend?
Maybe.
Ooh.
There's gold up there.
I will say, one thing I'm sorry for this kind of spoiler, I do love how each of the campaigns are a different kind of story. This is kind of the fantasy hero's adventure kind of story and all that. It was like, time for hats! But no, this is like just a standard fantasy adventure. Plague Knight's campaign is a romance. Spectre Knight's campaign is a tragedy, and King Knight's campaign is a comedy. I like that.
Oh.
It's
Oh
different.
yeah, like
for
all the
of them.
all the story archetypes or whatever they're called,
Yeah.
like the hero's journey and stuff like that.
But
That's what is really funny with this ending. It's only a handful of knights that actually, were,
A little toy
before
mini.
after this. Everyone else is just living life relatively normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always liked it. This is part of why I think it was Mega Man 9, which was the one that had Splash Woman in it.
9.
That was a 9.
I remember. I think I always liked 9's credits most because it showed all of the like robot masters actually being like nice and like having their jobs and like being friends and what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I remember that. had some cute moments, like, for example, one of the robot masters fueling a hot tub for Dr. Light.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Safe at last. I kept my promise, Shield Knight.
Oh, Black Knight wasn't so bad after all. I guess he also just was an old friend?
Essentially, kind of. Rest well, Shovel Knight. Until we meet again. I mean, when you think about it, he could just be the Nightwing of the whole group.
Yeah, maybe.
I was gonna say either that or the Red Hood.
Maybe. I wouldn't go
Shadow.
entirely go that far.
I'd say Shadow.
Fair. Yeah, I mean,
Shadow makes more sense.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our commentary on the Shovel of Hope. Like, man, it actually feels kind of good to get this off our chest.
This was another
Fucking
one of our white whales.
Finally. God.
Hey! But,
It was a long time coming, but finally that's another white whale we finally caught.
it's just like, because I guess for the record, Jordy, like when we were first looking into this playthrough, this was way back when like this was it. This was the game of Shovel Knight. Now we know it as the Shovel of Hope and one of just many other campaigns, but just like feels good to just knock it out. Go ahead,
Basically, to give an idea, we wanted to do this back in 2015/2016, and I recorded the whole playthrough initially. But then all the co-op stuff and all that stuff was added. So
yeah, a lot happened, and this was before King of, like the likes of I want to say the likes of Spectre Torment or even King of Cards were even a thing.
Right, it was only it was Plague of Shadows for a while. But,
yeah, that was all it was.
But once we get, sorry, no offense to Plague Knight, but once we get to Spectre, Torment, and King of Cards, you'll see why those ones took substantially longer to develop than just.
Oh yeah, no, they listen. When the Nintendo Switch came out, Spectre Torment was considered its own standalone. Like, you could still buy the Treasure Trove as a whole, but they also released like Spectre of Torment as its own standalone thing, and it was literally for at least the first month or so Switch exclusive.
Wow.
Like, they want to make it that much of a big deal. Like, you want to play this now? Get a Switch.
There. And then the amiibos that were supposed to be a thing, but then came out a couple years later. I don't know. All in all, very solid game. I had a lot of fun co-oping this.
Same here. A part of me does kind of lament that we didn't decide to just do this as a live thing later, but at the same time, this game royally kicked our asses a few times, so I feel like this might have been the better option anyway.
Oh, and then this is really cool. This is really cool. They actually will update the game to update this credits file any time a new world record is recorded for the speedrun.
Which is pretty insane, all things considered.
That is insane.
I will say what you will. Yacht Club seems very much involved with their community.
Also, hello there, Battletoads.
Oh, that's right. We never showed off the other special guests.
We could show that off later as a bonus, but that's gonna be on Matt's end, considering he's the one that owns the PlayStation version of the game.
I'm just going to send you the fucking video that we did, man.
Yay. Oh my gosh, the Lost and the Clockwork Tower and the Flying Machine and the Stranded Ship and the Tower of Fate entries and
most especially the Tower of Fate.
I knew no good would come from city folk and their flying machines.
we died
That,
201 times.
Oh, Jordy, you weren't here. The flying machine is my least favorite level in the whole game.
Hence my points.
Thank you.
I still think this is fine. But our time with the Shovel Knight is not over yet. But I mean, hi, Jordy, Matt. What did you guys think of our time with the Shovel Knight so far?
Well, I liked it, honestly. Very nice. Like I said, I love the structure of it all. Definitely has a good Mega Man feel to it, and I can't wait to see more of it.
Oh yeah, one last thing before we end our time with Shovel Knight.
By the way, I'm
Nice.
fairly certain you do not get this ending if you don't save Shield Knight in all of the dream sequences.
I'll look into that.
Because she survives,
Yeah. Which is why
even if barely.
This is the reason why I want a fucking proper sequel.
Please. I want to see the adventures and the lives these two
Also,
share.
hold on. If you think this is sweet, Jordy, you're gonna love Mona and Plague Knight's relationship. It's adorable.
Looking forward to it.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels a little gypped. We never got a proper Shield Knight campaign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not gonna be cool. Yacht
She
Club.
deserved it so much more than King Knight, but that's a top debate for another time because this is the end of the Shovel of Hope.
The game's over. Go home.
But no, to finish thoughts.
But yeah, Hype and Matt, please, your thoughts on Shuffle of Hope before we
Right.
sign
Well,
off.
first off, do you have anything else you'd like to say, Jordy?
No, go ahead. Take your turn.
Alrighty. Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun going through this. It's funny because, like, for a while, I didn't really consider this to be one of the bigger white whales we had, in the sense of, like, I still felt like trying to get Billy Hatcher was a more annoying process, because, like, sure, it took us longer to get through Shovel Knight, but I felt like we had more frustrations in terms of actually getting Billy Hatcher recorded, which is why I kind of consider that to be the whiter whale.
Fair.
Whiter whale.
Yeah.
Understood.
But yeah, that being said, it was fun going through it. I liked the characters. I liked pretty much everything the game had to offer in terms of, like, you know, the gameplay and the music and whatnot. Hopefully I can be able to go back to finishing it myself, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the other campaigns go, because, like, as far as my end goes, I did not want to touch those campaigns until I had finished Shovel of Hope completely, so from this point onward, going in, everything's going to be really blind for me.
Oh
Stay tuned,
boy,
my
then
friend.
you are in for a treat, my friend. Because listen, Shovel Knight's campaign is still, I'd argue, the best among them. But man, did they get freaking crazy moving forward.
Oh yeah, and despite everything they add in Spectre and King Knight's campaign, I will say, out of everything, I still think Plague Knight is my favorite.
That's
Well, I mean, that's why you're
Yeah.
the one that's doing it for us.
You'll see why.
But before we start, like, Matt, your thoughts on Shovel of Hope comparatively?
Alright, hold on, let's get list ready.
Oh, lordy.
Ah.
All right.
So-
what you got?
Well,
First up, no, I'm just kidding. I got out a newspaper, I just wanted to, like...
You read newspaper?
It is... Okay, school newspaper that I contributed to.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just right next to me. So yeah, I absolutely adore Shovel Knight. It is one of my favorite video games of all time. Just the whole thing. I always count the whole of Shovel, like the Treasure Trove,
Yeah, all the
as one game.
campaigns.
Yeah, the Treasure Trove.
Yeah. I absolutely adore this game. I think it is one of the best indie games just ever created. It's fantastic. It's so tightly made. They took their time, and it shows. And they made a product that was truly worth its merit and all of that.
It's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, I do think that Shovel Knight, just as a whole, is probably the most successful and best Kickstarter of all time. It is.
Certainly,
yeah,
certainly
it is
feeling like you got what you.
Yeah.
Certainly in like feeling like you got exactly what was delivered and then some.
Yeah, I think it just revolutionized. It just absolutely revolutionized, like, the whole spectrum of indie games, in my opinion. Like, nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much
Nowadays did.
Yeah.
Alright, with that all said, ladies and gentlemen, I will say right now, it's actually going to be a good while before we actually get to Plague of Shadows, but that is definitely the next thing we'll be tackling as far as Shovel Knight is concerned.
So,
And unlike this, that will be done live, and Matt will be doing that for us.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
yeah, we'll see you all next time as we dive deep into the depths of Plague of Shadows.
Pip pip cheerio.
Bye.
Oi.